Damon here from Damon's Trimo. I'm excited today because we're going to do our first unboxing ever on YouTube. So let's get right to it. Here we have a box. What could be inside this box? Let's see. Let's dig right in. I'm sorry, that was pretty cheesy of me. Okay, now we'll do the real unboxing. Well, sort of. The truth is, it's been out of the box before. But let's talk about the packaging. I know that's ridiculous, but let's talk about the packaging because they do spend some time on it. First, we're going to talk about the packaging from the cheesy review. The packaging from the cheesy review is actually a Spider-Jack 3 package. And the funny thing about their packaging, they spend a bit of time creating their packaging. As you can see, it's all like 3D'd in there. Yes, there's nothing in it right now, but the Spider-Jack 3 fit nicely in there and put it on display. It kind of reminds me of the packages you get around the holidays from, you know, with the cheese and the crackers and the pepperoni and the summer sausage and all that from Hickory Farms. So it's kind of funny. Well, this time they didn't get quite as elaborate as they did with the Spider-Jack there, but they did put it on display and it's been out. But once you take it out, it doesn't stay in the same position as it did before because it's kind of got like these stick-on things that it sticks to, and then once you put them off, they won't go back. But basically, again, it's on display in the box, but there is one kind of a surprise in this box, and we'll show you that. But first, let's just unbox it and get right to the product here. And yes, this is only going to be an unboxing. It's not going to actually be use of the product. We will be doing further videos, and that will come at some point fairly soon. So first, you've got your little Allen wrench for some of the screws on the unit. You got the thimble, which you use, you know, when you're remotely putting or taking this out as part of the system. It's made out of a fairly decent quality plastic. Yes, it is plastic. It has a metal ring inside it for the tension of the spring, and opens up. Then there's the ally pulley, which is part of the system. Obviously, it doesn't hold your weight on it. It's only rated for 6 kilonewtons. It is rated though, and that is pretty much plenty for what its intended use is. Okay. And then another thing that Advanced Rope Technologies did, they gave you a little swag with it. They give you a little sticker. We'll have to find a good place to put that sticker. Okay. Now let's get to the main unit. Take that out of the box and put this box aside for now, kind of. Alright, so first of all you have the cocoon pulley, which is really nicely made. Pretty robust for the size of it. Pretty thick cheek plates. This tie-in at the bottom is real nice. Makes it nice and strong. I don't know if you can see it, but it says lock on one side and unlock on the other. So let's take that off and show you how they did that. Open it up, and I'll open it up, and there's 2 O-rings in there. There's the red one, which you can see, but you probably can't see the black one. And of course, this thing is rated 24 kilonewtons in the center here, and 12 kilonewtons on each side. Let's drop the pin out. Okay. good solid pin, of course. Okay, and you'll notice that this has 4 holes. And that's so you could turn it the pulley this way or this way, depending on how you want to set it up. Okay, so let's put that back together. Drop that in place here. Line up. Boom. The machine work on this is fairly nice. Of course, it's got those 2 O-rings. Plenty of threads. There's more than just a few threads to put it into to screw it on. You'll notice that the tether is reminiscent of the Spiderjack 2.1's tether, and only obviously it doesn't just go to, you know, that short distance. It goes all the way up through. This tether is a breakaway design in the sense that if too much force is put on it, a sudden drop, it'll break loose, not break off, and it'll absorb some of the force created. And then of course you need to buy a new one after that. But it's for us when you're if you are in a sudden fall, to reduce the force to the body. You know, similar to a breakaway Landern saw, except for a breakaway Landern saw is actually supposed to break off so that, you know, you lose the saw and not you. I'm not a big fan of the breakaway saw lanyards myself. I'm not saying that they're a bad idea. They're a good idea. I just don't like them. It's just my own personal thing. But enough about that. Let's talk about this main body here. It looks a little bit like a lot of Art's other stuff, like your Spiderjacks and your lanyard positioning system that they have. It's got all the information on the writing and everything else. You know, it's well marked. It has the scan code for the infamous scan code for your smartphone on it, so that you can scan it probably. Has a cam similar to the Spiderjack and others. The one major difference to this cam is that it's spring loaded, fairly heavy spring, and that'll probably become more apparent as to why that's set up that way when you actually see the device in action. So rolling up the tether to the other end here, we have a carabiner clip non-locking, which is reminiscent of the fake keychain ones, but I assure you that this is not a fake keychain one. It's built a little bit better. You can just feel it. Also, it's rated. It's not rated very high. It's only rated for 150 kg. The spring gate is much better than your fake keychain spring gates. It also has a screw that goes through it that blocks it off so that it's captured to that ring. And obviously, if you need to change it or take it off for any reason, you can unscrew it with the Allen wrench and take it off. Now moving back further, we have the trapeze. As I said, this box has been opened before, and actually that was over there. And the trapeze, we have the ball here for the removal ball for removing it from the tree. You'll notice that it doesn't go through the trapeze. Specifically designed that way on purpose. It looks a lot like a tarp tie down, although the ball is of a certain size, and this is not bungeed like a tarp tie down is. I can see wanting to have another one of these in case you lose it. You could break it, but I don't think that's as much of a concern as it is, you know, where did the little ball go if you're not paying attention. You'll also notice that the ball goes through the pulley as it should, so it's small enough to go through there. When you put this through the trapeze, you'll notice that, as I said, it doesn't go through. The trapeze won't open up. You could pull on that and it won't open up. However, as the trapeze is supposed to, if this represents a rope, you can go like that and put that inside there. And there your rope's captured inside there. But yet once it's in, you can't get out. You have to push that up like that. The machine work on this is nice too, as well, as it should be for what it's used for. And then now for the little surprise inside the package. Okay. There's the bottom of the package. Doesn't seem like there's anything in there. There's the little plastic pieces that they're attached to when you originally get it, and they stick to the bottom. But this package feels a little heavy. So it's got a false bottom in it. Bottom comes out. Get those little pieces out. And inside is the dreaded manual, or instruction manual, as people like to not read them. However, absolutely positively should read this manual, unless of course you've read it before. Don't be scared. This manual looks thick. It's not as thick as it looks. It's written in several languages, but there are a few pages, and some of it is illustrations, which are necessary, but not so much reading. But illustrations, a lot of it. But there is some reading to do, unfortunately. For those of you who don't like to read. The manual is nice. It's spiral bound. I'm so glad to see a physical manual in here, because I know they like to do it where you go online to see the manual and everything. I like a physical copy, and you know, I'm kind of old school that way, but really it does have its advantages having a physical copy. This copy, as I said, is pretty nice. It's got spiral bound. It's got the plastic protectors on both sides. So there's that. As I had mentioned before, I believe there's a blooper at the end of this video that I'm going to put on here if you're still watching. And of course we're going to be doing future videos with this actually in use, and then we're going to do a follow-up video of what I think of the product and do I think it's worth it. I'm going to do that after some use. But there it is. That's it. I'll catch you later. Okay, let's get to the real unboxing. Okay, well, sort of. Truth is, I already unboxed it before.